Everyone, I'm Big T. I'm from Baralula, and this song is called Grateful. Feel free to clap along, and yeah, hope you enjoy. From the start to the finish, my friend, from the beginning to the end, rapping from the hardest, no easy task. Do what you gotta do and it'll last. Keep moving forward, never looking back into the past, cause it will just be a distraction, attacking your mental action. If you find some help for yourself, then you'll feel the satisfaction. Coming back in, then you'll make things happen. Now I got everybody head bobbing along to my song. This is a young man from BLA, aka Baralula. I got something to say. Everything is going good, gotta find a way to thank God, so I pray for the food on my plate every night and day, and for the warm bed and the roof that's over my head. I said what I said, yes I have dreams, I'm not ashamed. Don't paint us with the same brush, we are not the ones to blame. We are here to make a change that's happening around us, cause the bad vibe is surrounding us, trying to brainwash all of us. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. I remember I was hungry cause my family was always struggling and budging for money. Always broke, always used to hope my family would stop wasting money on harmful substances like alcohol and smoke show. My mom would always tell me not to do that, to do this as a kid. Now look on me now, standing in front of the crowd saying the words out loud. Then my family must be really proud of what a man I've become. Especially dad and mom, that they had a son that grew up, not a screw up, that had fun even though we didn't have none. Sometimes it be a hassle, but kids gotta be careful. Most of the nights I played wasn't that full, but I was always grateful to get food, to stop the rumbling in my stomach. At least it was something so better than nothing, to stop your fussing. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Showing love to my supporters and fans, because I know how it feels to be ignored, embarrassed. After all, sharing is caring. From the darkness I'm emerging, searching for the lonely and broken, healing the ones that be hurting, trying to seek attention, trying to seek affection. That's your only intentions, it's the only interaction with the world that we living in. Some say that rapping comes naturally, while others rap casually. They don't know I'm struggling, but I'ma keep hustling. As long as I'm grinding, my heart gon' keep shining. Cry later, don't forget to keep laughing, so I can keep this comforting songs coming. You know Big T, keep it PG, ain't no need for cussing, I will never stop loving. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, I will hold it to the end. Grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for my family, grateful for my friends, grateful for the love, and I will hold it to the end. Thank you. Check, check, 1, 2. Hello everyone, I'm Big T. I'm from Baralula, and this song is called Grateful. Feel free to clap along, and yeah, hope you enjoy. From the start to the finish, my friend, from the beginning to the end, rapping from the hardest, no easy task. Do what you gotta do and it'll last. Keep moving forward, never looking back into the past, cause it will just be a distraction, attacking your mental action. If you find some help for yourself, then you'll feel the satisfaction. Coming back in, then you'll make things happen. Now I got everybody head bobbing along to my song. This is a young man from BLA, aka Baralula. I got something to say. Everything is going good, gotta find a way to thank God, so I pray for the food on my plate every night and day, and for the warm bed and the roof that's over my head. I said what I said, yes I have dreams, I'm not ashamed. Don't paint us with the same brush. We are not the ones to blame. We are here to make a change. That's happening.
Good morning. Welcome back to Yirara.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a brand new lesson, a brand new week of our Yirara to You live stream. We hope you all had a safe and fun weekend, and we're going to introduce what we're learning about in maths for today. So we are learning to use number frames to help with our counting and addition skills, and we're going to recap on some of the tasks that we looked at the end of last week. We're also going to use our learning of numbers to work out math puzzles and codes. And if you remember, we had a few kind of puzzles that we tried to figure out, and we used like the shapes of a triangle, square, and a circle. And we're going to recap on that task and see if you're able to complete the rest of those activities. And then we're going to also understand a new term, which is greater than. I'm going to see what that means and what that has to do with our knowledge or our learning of numbers. I'm going to show that to you in our lesson for today. So let's bring you down to the work desk over here. And we're going to recap on some of the tasks that we done at the end of last week. So as you can see on page number 30, we had some tens frames or some number frames that we used to help us with our task on page 31. Now we went ahead and completed the majority of those, but we've left one just in case to remind you on what to do on page number 31. So on question letter F, we have, what's the number inside the square that we have there?
We have number 8.
Cool, and the numbers on the outsides of the square?
We have 15 here, 13, and 2 14s down the bottom.
Perfect. So our task, or your task, is to see if you can identify or find the missing numbers that not only equals to the number across, going across, but you also need to find the missing number that equals to the number that's going down. So we know that we have the number 8, and let's start off with going across. Now the answer is 15. What's the missing number, or how can we find the missing number, Mr. Keegan?
So we'll go over to our tens frame and we'll find number 15. I know this one's 15 here, and we'll circle 8, and then we'll find our answer for this next block. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circle like that. And we can see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left over. So 7 plus 8 equals 15.
Perfect. Okay. Now the bottom row, or we can even start, if the number is 14, what's another way of finding the missing number using the frames or the number frames we have there, Mr. Keegan?
So we go with 7 now, and we'll go to 14, which is just here, and then we'll circle 7. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7. And then we have how many left over? We have 2, 4, 6, 7.
Cool.
So 7 plus 7 equals 14.
Perfect. So we know that's right because Mr. Keegan has just shown us using the number frame. And we also know that's correct because we know that 7 plus 8 also equals 15, which leaves us with one more empty box to complete. So not only do we need to find the missing number that goes across to equal 13, that number also has to equal 14. So what would that number be, Mr. Keegan?
So we go into the 13's tens frame and we'll circle 7 again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 there, and we have 2, 4, 6 left over.
Cool.
So 7 plus 6, yep, that's 13, but is 8 plus 6 14?
Yeah, and that's one way we can double check to see if that's correct. So obviously we know that it equals 13, but just to make sure, we need to also ensure that it equals the number going down, and I think it does. So thank you, Mr. Keegan. So that's page 31 complete. Let's have a look at our next task. So we skipped page 32 because we've done that all on screen. Now we allowed you to go and complete the rest of those questions on page 33, but we're going to have a look at question number 5 to remind you on how we can use numbers to solve these types of puzzles, or maybe mystery codes in maths, and that will help us with our addition and our counting skills, and as well as your subtraction skills. So question number 5, we have a particular pattern there. We have 3 triangles added together equals 9. Now there's lots of different ways that could possibly equal to 9. However, if we look at using the same number, what do you reckon that'll be, Mr. Keegan?
So if we split 9 up evenly, there'll be 3 groups of 3. So 3, 6, 9.
Perfect. So you'll go ahead and write that in the column to the right, and you might also want to write it in the next triangle in our second part of this question. So we know that triangle equals 3. However, the answer is number 9, right? So a number subtracted by 3 gives you 9. So I feel like the number needs to be bigger than 9 or 3. Don't you think, Mr. Keegan?
It does have to be bigger than 9 or 3. Yeah. An easy way we could do it is we know the answer is going to be 9 and we have to take away 3. So if we add 3 to 9, then we must get that answer.
Cool.
So 9, we have 9 plus 3 equals 10, 11, 12. So that answer must be 12.
So that gives us the mystery puzzle where the square equals 12. So 12 minus 3 equals 9. Okay, so again, we know the square. Mr. Keegan's going to go ahead and write number 12 in the next line, right? So we have the square. Something minus 12 equals 9. Now again, we're looking at a bigger number, which will give us the mystery puzzle or the mystery answer for the circle. What would that be, Mr. Keegan?
So we'll do the same way that we did up here, and we'll add 9 to 12 to get our answer over here.
Cool.
So we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Perfect.
So the answer must be 21 because, and then we can see here, we can double check like we double checked here. 21 take 12 equals 9.
Perfect. So you've gone ahead, we've used our addition skills. We've actually used addition to help us with our subtraction, as you can see there. So we know the answer, and we add that to the number that we've already got, which will give us the missing number. And that way it can help us solve that puzzle, as you can see on page 33. Now it's your turn. Go ahead and try and make up your own secret code and maybe give it to your family and your friends. See if they can figure out your maths code, and you can make it a bit tricky or you can make it as easy as possible for them, so that you can have a bit of fun with those numbers. Cool? All right, so let's move on to our task for today. So as I mentioned at the start, one of our key learnings is looking at this new word known as greater than. Okay, now if you have a look at page 34, we have this symbol. So it's almost like an arrow there, right, kind of pointing to the right. It means that that number is greater than. Another way of saying greater than is more than, right? So we know that the number is bigger than another particular number. So I think Mr. Keegan has a picture that he wants to show, and he's going to explain another easy way of understanding this symbol or the meaning of greater than.
A good way that my class worked this out was that the crocodile, or the greater than symbol, as you can see, because it looks like a crocodile's jaw, wants to go for the bigger thing. So 30 is bigger than 20 or greater than 20, so it wants to eat 30. Yep. Or if we look at another one, we have 40 and 60, which is the bigger number. The crocodile wants to eat the bigger number. 60 is greater than 40.
Cool, awesome. So that's another easy way to understand this whole idea of greater than. So let's move on to question number 1. So write 3 numbers that are greater than, and we know that greater than means more than or bigger than, right? There's lots of different words that could mean the same thing. What are some 3 numbers that mean more than, that are greater than 40? We're going to give you one number and we'll let you solve 2 other numbers that you think that is bigger than 40. So what's a number that you think, Mr. Keegan, is greater than 40?
44.
Cool.
Because it's 4 ones more than 40.
Perfect. Okay, so there's 2 extra spaces. We'll let you solve that problem on 2 other numbers that is greater than 40. Okay. Question number 2. Write these sentences using that symbol. So the first sentence is 19 is greater than 11. So using that symbol, what would that look like, Mr. Keegan?
So we'll write 19, and then we draw our symbol, or the crocodile, greater than 11.
Perfect. So we know that 19 is greater than 11 by using their symbol. See if you can do the same thing for the next question. Okay. So question number 3. Again, we're going to use that symbol between those numbers to show which one is greater. So the first one has been done for you. The second one, what are the 2 numbers we have there?
We have 7,407, and then we have 7,074.
Okay, so again, we could probably use our thousands or our place value chart to help us determine which number is bigger That way we can place our symbol in there. But going ahead and using our symbol, what would that look like in a sentence, Mr. Keegan?
So 7,000, we can write this number first. And we know that this number, because this one has 4 hundreds, this one has 0 hundreds. They both have the same amount of thousands, but this one has 0 hundreds and this one has 4 hundreds. So we know that one is greater than 7,074.
Perfect. Okay. So again, using your knowledge of place value and also the demonstration that Mr. Keegan has just shown, let's see if you can go on and complete the next two. All right. Now, question number 4. Now, as you can see, Mr. Keegan has drawn up a place value chart, right, to help us explain these next couple of questions. So, write the number that comes next. So the first number is 3,100. I wonder what number comes next, and we're going to use the place value chart to help us. So if we write the number into the place value chart, then how will that help us solve the next number, or the next number that comes after that, Mr. Keegan?
So we would still have 3,000, would still have 100, we'd still have 0 tens because we don't have any ones. So what do we need to do? We need to add 1 1. So the next number would be 3,101.
Perfect. Now, as you see on the place value chart, we'll always start on the right-hand side. Okay, we'll start from that way, and that way it will change the rest of the numbers if we need to. And we're going to show you an example of that in the next number, where I think all 3 numbers will change based on their number. So we have 699.
So we'll start with our 9s and our 6 over here. And we have 0 thousands.
Perfect. So that we know that when we count between 1 and 10, right, we know that probably 9 is the biggest number that you can go on before the rest of the numbers change. So what's the next number after 699 using the place value chart?
So we're going to add 1 to 9, which that equals 10. So we have to carry our 1 over here, and we put our 0 down here. And then again, 1 plus 9, but it's 10 plus 90 would equal 100. So we put a 100 over here and another 0 down here.
Perfect.
And then 6 plus 1, or 600 plus 100 equals 700.
Cool. And then as you've gone there, not only has Mr. Keegan used his counting skills, he's also actually used his addition skills in his place value to solve what the next number might be. So the next couple of numbers, we'll leave it up to you. Okay, using the place value chart, see if you can figure out or solve what the next number is after 2,999, and the last number is 999. Use the place value chart, use your addition skills and your counting skills, and that'll help you with the answers to those questions. We'll have a look at your answers tomorrow and see what you came up with. Thank you, Mr. Keegan.
No worries.
All right, so what were we able to achieve today? We are able to use number frames to help with our math skills. We're also able to find missing numbers with our counting and addition skills to solve math puzzles. So like the math codes or the math puzzles, like the triangles and the squares, we're able to use our counting and addition skills to solve that problem. And then we're able to explain what greater than means and how that can help us work with numbers. So hopefully you've had fun working out those answers, and we'll see if you got the right answer in our lesson for tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you then, same time, same place. Thank you for tuning in. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome back to our second part of our middle school learning. So we've done our maths, we'll now move into integrated learning. So what are we learning today in integrated learning? We are learning to ask and talk to others about what population looks like for them. So we introduced what population means. We also looked at different populations of different communities and also the number of people here in Australia in different states. And we're going to have a look and see how well you were able to interview your own friends and family and what population looks like for them. We're also going to use a pie graph to understand population. And that's our new task for today, which will help us move on to our last part of our learning, which is to complete our workbook tasks about population. Okay, so let's head down here to the work desk and let's recap on the couple of tasks that we've done. So having a look at our work on the work desk, we know that page 17 and 18 talks a lot about population. So population, what does it mean? And I'll recap on that on the PowerPoint later. But having a look at our sheet, we have page number 17. Population means the total number of people who live in a country, city, town, community or area. But before we look at bigger numbers in the pie graph that we're going to look at next, let's have a look at much smaller numbers. So we managed to complete page 17 of those questions. Now your task was to ask those questions to your own family and friends. So let's bring you back to the PowerPoint. Again, population is the total number of people who live in a country, city, town or community. Our next slide explains why is population important to understand. It's important because it helps us to know how many people live on our land. It also helps us give knowledge on how we can help others. What does that mean? So if we know how many people live on our land or in our community, we know, for example, how much food we need to put in these stores or how much clothes we need to put in certain areas or like the malls here in Alice Springs to help these people or help our population. But most importantly, number 3, it's very important to understand because it helps people make very, very important decisions. Okay, so let's have a look on our next slide. As you can see, we're going to have a look at a video. Now that video will help us with our workbook task. So let's have a look at our first person.
Hi Andra.
Hi, Max.
Today we are learning in integrated learning about populations. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about your own family and your own household.
Sure.
How many people do you have in your family?
In my family, I have 4 people. I have a husband and 2 children.
And so how many people live in your house?
At the moment, 3 people live in my house.
3 people. How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have 2 brothers and I have 1 sister.
Excellent. And can you guess how many people live in your community and what is your community?
My community is Alice Springs. I was born here. And I think there's about 27,000 people that live here.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Hi, Miss Lisa.
All right, so as we saw there, we were able to learn a little bit about Miss Andra. Now, as you can see, Mr. Max interviewed Miss Andra the same way you would do in your community for the task on page number 17 and 18. So if we look down at the work desk here, we know that Miss Andra, he or she has, if you remember, how many people does she have in her family, Mr. Keegan?
She has 4 people in her family.
Cool. Now, Miss Andra also, how many people lived in her house?
She only has 3 people living in her house though.
Cool. And how many siblings or how many brothers and sisters does Miss Andra have?
She has 2 brothers and 1 sister, which is 3 siblings.
Cool. And I know that Miss Andra is from Alice Springs. What was her guess? How many people does she think live in Alice Springs?
She guessed 27,000 people.
Cool. So you'll do the same thing. Based on the answers that your family and your friends give you, you simply write in the missing spaces those numbers based on your interviews. Let's have a look at one more person on this video.
Hi Andra. Live in your house.
At the
And Hi, Miss Lisa.
Hi, Mr. Max.
So we're doing population in IL at the moment, and I wanted to ask you a few questions about different populations in your own life.
Okay.
So how many people do you have in your family?
My immediate family, there are 4 of us.
4 of us, very popular number here.
Yeah, me, my husband, and my 2 children.
Okay. And so the next question is how many other people live in your house? So it's the 4.
Well,
Or is it?
I have 6 people that live on our block.
Ah.
So it's me, my husband, my 2 children, my mother-in-law, and her partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And how many brothers and sisters do you yourself have?
I have 1 sister.
1 sister. And can you guess what the population is of your community and what your community is?
I live in Alice Springs, and I think there are about 27,000 people.
All right. Thanks very much.
All right, so as you saw there, we learnt a little bit about Miss Lisa and what population looks like in Miss Lisa's life. So again, we're going to move on to interview number 2, which is on page number 18 of your workbook. So, Mr. Keegan, how many people did Miss Lisa have in her family?
She has 4 people in her family.
Cool, which is the same number as Miss Andra. Now, the next question is, how many people did Miss Lisa have living in her house?
She has 6 people living in her house.
Cool. How many siblings does Miss Lisa have?
She has 0 brothers and 1 sister.
Cool. And how many people did she think live in her community, which is Alice Springs?
She also guessed 27,000.
Cool. All right, so it's simple. Now you will go ahead and complete interview number 3 and hope you've got a good idea of how to interview your own family and friends to complete task on page number 18. Okay, so let's move on to our new task, or our task for today. So we're going to understand or learn how to read a pie graph. Now again, this is still looking at population. Now on pages number 22 and 23, I think it is. Yep.
Yep, well,
Or
21 and 22.
So page number 21 and page number 22 is our task for today. So as you can see, there's a pie graph showing different population of different communities around the NT. Now we've tried to go for communities where most of our Yirara College students are from, and we've given the number of people or the population of those communities right underneath the titles. Now as you can see, another easy way to read a pie graph is to simply look at the colors. Now if you can see, right, we have some shapes or some areas of the pie graph where there's lots of one color. So as you can see, Galawinku community has lots filled in green. Now that's because that shows the number of people that live in that community compared to the others. Then we have much more smaller shaped, right? We have example like Binjari only has 195, and Tichikala only has 227 people. Now the smaller the population, then the smaller area that you have in the pie graph that is colored in. The bigger the number, then the bigger area of the pie graph that community will cover. So we need to understand this on page number 22 to help us with our questions on page number 21. So the task is, read the pie graph very carefully, showing the number of people living in some communities around the NT. Using that information, we will answer the questions below to show your understanding. So question number 1 is, which community has the largest population? And all you have to do is fill in the missing spaces. So the largest community by population shown in the pie graph is. Now, what do you reckon that'll be, Mr. Keegan?
So I'm looking for the biggest area. So this colour covers the biggest area. So that'd be Galawinku with the most amount of people.
Cool. So the largest population shown in the pie graph is Galawinku, and that's your first answer. And how many people live in that community, Mr. Keegan?
There's 2,206 people.
Cool. And that's your next answer. Cool. Nice and simple. Let's have a look at another example. Which community now has the smallest population? So the first one we looked at the biggest or the largest. Now we're going to have a look at the smallest population. So the smallest community by population shown in the pie graph is. Now how do we find the smallest one?
So I'm looking and I can see that Binjari and Tichikala both have a really small area. But let's look at the numbers. So Tichikala has 227 people, whereas Binjari has 195. So I know that that must be the smallest.
Cool. So the smallest community by population shown in the pie graph is Binjari. Now we have a look at the number. There are 195 people living in the community of Binjari. And that's your answer for question number 2. Let's have a look at one more. Now, I know this is Mr. Steve's community. What is the population of Nuka? Right? The population of Nuka, right? So we're going to write Nuka in there. If you don't know how to spell it, you can pretty much look at the question and on page number 22. Now, if we turn our attention to how many people there are, we find the shape, find the title, and what's the number there, Ms. Keegan?
There's 1,149 people.
Cool. And that's your answer for question number 3. So that's one way of using the information from the pie graph on page number 22 to help you with the answers on page number 21. Now, if you have a look at questions number 4, 5, and 6, question 4 is, what is the population of Binjari? And again, maybe having a look at question number 2 could help you. Question number 5, which community has a larger population between Minyeri and Yirara? Now again, on page number 22, find those two communities. So you have Minyeri and Yirara. Have a look at the numbers and see which number is greater than, just like we learned in maths, which number is greater than the other number. And whatever number that is, that's one way that you will complete those missing spaces. And then number 6 is complete the following sentence about your own community. So your community, everyone will have different answers, and you put in your answers in those missing spaces. Cool. Thank you, Mr. Keegan.
No worries.
All right. So we hope that you can go on and have fun completing those missing tasks on for integrated learning. Let's have a look at what we were able to achieve today. So we are able to explain what population means by talking to family and friends, and we hope you have a lot of fun learning about your own family and friends and what population looks like for them in their lives. We're also able to use a pie graph to understand population. Okay, that's a really, really important learning for us to take in today, and then that'll complete our workbook tasks about population for integrated learning. So we'll revisit your answers tomorrow. We hope you go on and complete the rest of those tasks, and hopefully that'll keep you busy. Thank you, Ms. Keegan, for your help. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.
Britta, thanks for joining us on Yirara to You to hear the most exciting part of the Easter story. The good news. Jesus is alive. He is risen. He is risen indeed. I think we all love Easter eggs, these things. Have you ever thought about why we have eggs, especially chocolate eggs at Easter time? Do you have a favourite? This one is my favourite. Why? Well, firstly, it's chocolate and it's pretty yummy. And secondly, because there's nothing in it. It reminds me, it's hard. I put it in the fridge to keep it hard. Perhaps I'll do it like that. There's nothing in there. It reminds me that the grave was found empty. The tomb was empty. I'm just going to put that over here while we read the Bible story from Matthew. On the evening that Jesus was buried, the tomb was closed up and guards were posted to keep watch over it. 3 days later, on the first day of the week, early in the morning, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary went to the tomb. They were bringing spices and oils to embalm the body. As they went along, they were wondering how they would roll the big stone away. Suddenly there was a powerful earthquake. An angel of the Lord came down from heaven. The angel went to the tomb. He rolled back the stone and sat on it. His body shone like lightning. His clothes were as white as snow. When the women arrived at the tomb, they noticed the large stone had been rolled back already. As they entered the tomb, they saw the angel and were frightened. The angel said to the women, "Don't be afraid. I know that you are looking for Jesus. He was crucified. He's not here. He has risen, just as he said he would. Come and see the place where he was lying." Now go quickly, tell his disciples, he has risen from the dead. He is going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him. So the women hurried away from the tomb. They were frightened, but they were filled with joy. They ran to tell the disciples. Then Jesus met them. "Greetings," he said. They came to him, took hold of his feet and worshipped him. Then Jesus said to them, "Don't be afraid. Go and tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." The women rushed off to tell the disciples that Jesus was alive. At first the disciples did not believe them. Peter and John went to the tomb to see for themselves. John arrived first and stared into the empty tomb. He saw strips of cloth lying there, but did not go in. Simon Peter caught up and went straight in. He also saw the strips of cloth lying there, and the cloth that had been wrapped around Jesus' head. The cloth was still lying in its place. Peter was puzzled and wondered what had happened. He did not understand yet that it was God's plan for Jesus, the Messiah, to suffer, die, and then be raised to life. Jesus is alive. He is risen. The good news for all of us. Let's pray. Dear Lord, we celebrate the empty tomb. We thank you that Jesus is not in the grave. He is risen. And because of that, we can have new life in him. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all that you give to us. Our family, our land, our culture, food and clothes. We ask you to be with us and be with our families. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Some things to think about. How do you celebrate Easter in your community? What things do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing at that time? And our workbook has the story, the Easter morning, Sunday morning, Jesus is alive story, and a word finder for you to look at. Until next time, take care and God be with you.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. Yeah. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
I woke up one day and I'm feeling truly blessed. With this life I got to live, but my hand on my chest, praying for the best, living in the moment, that's the truth. While I'm telling you, get it too, you know, that's how we do it. To my brothers and my cousins on the struggle, listen, put the way for the future and the body distance. Keep the faith, make a change, reach for the star, putting it up.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
I woke up one day and I'm feeling truly blessed. With this life I got to live, but my hand on my chest, praying for the best, living in the moment, that's the truth. Well, I'm telling you, get it too, you know, that's how we do it. To my brothers and my cousins and the struggle, listen, took the way for the future and the body distance. Keep the faith, make a change, reach for the star, putting it up, holding it down while I spit this boss.
In this time or another, when we need each other, I look around, all I see is a brother from another mother. So don't stress, put me to the test. I'm SD, RTL, best of the best. This is to my day one, brother Jake, hey, you were with me from the start, showing me the way, forever grateful for your love and care in my life. Time for me to keep going, let's feel the hype.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
My brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother. I hope this message healed the damage that was inflicted on you. So I'm taking it from you, cause I'd rather see my brothers loving and loving instead of suffering and struggling. Just hope one day my brothers can find a light. Nothing better than seeing them succeed and living a better life. So they better believe I'ma be standing by their side. I'ma be their God that they never had, that they never had.
we see coming at ya, looking at from my brothers. Respect for each other, respecting your mothers. We do the right thing, representing the youth. It ain't about lying, it's all about truth. Look after your mom, be an inspiration. Keep the torch burning for the first people of nation. Look up to your elders, listen to the lesson. Hear us when we tell ya, we ain't even messing.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
My brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother.
Try and stay positive, that's all I ever hear. I'm really sick and tired, being stuck in first gear, never knowing what tomorrow might bring. Thank God for my brothers, for the song to sing. It's a song of hope, the future might hold a brighter day for us, the young and the old, looking up to the sky, the sun and the moon. I feel it in my bones, a change is coming soon.
never easy leaving family all the way from home. Thankful for my brothers never leaving me alone. I'm from BLA, so far away. I got my boys, got my brothers, I'm here to stay. Representing BLA, all I got to say. So I pray to God it's gonna be a better day. God's gift to me is being who I want to be. To my family at Bush, let's keep the peace.
Jay Hogan is back again to tell my brothers out there to stand up. Don't be silent, to keep your life. I know it's hard to keep clean, but that ain't an excuse to do the stupid things you do to relax your mind. But then do the time, I'm just saying, forget that. Keep your head up, shoot for the moon, aim for the stars. Don't be scared, cause I'm here, my brother, to stand next to you and the rest of the crew to stop the struggling. Stop the struggling.
Coming all the way from YC with the gang. Me and all my brothers feel so much pain. See my people fighting, oh there must be a change. Protect their own, or we'll never be the same.
Listen up what we say, we always stick together. Through thick and thin we stick, we never say never.
If you're feeling down, you know where to go. You go to the place where people call you bro. Riding at the store when the time is tough. My brothers make it better when enough.
You know who you can trust, it's clear to see. We've got each other's backs, my brothers and me.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
My brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
I woke up one day and I'm feeling truly blessed. With this life I got to live, but my hand on my chest, praying for the best, living in the moment, that's the truth. While I'm telling you, get it too, you know, that's how we do it. To my brothers and my cousins and the struggle, listen, put the way for the future and the body distance. Keep the faith, make a change, reach for the star, putting it up, holding it down while I spit this boss.
In this time or another, when we need each other, I look around, all I see is a brother from another mother. So don't stress, put me to the test. I'm SD, RTL, best of the best. This is to my day one, brother Jake, hey, you were with me from the start, showing me the way, forever grateful for your love and care in my life. Time for me to keep going, let's feel the hype.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
my brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother. I hope this message healed the damage that was inflicted on you. So I'm taking it from you, cause I'd rather see my brothers loving and loving instead of suffering and struggling. Just hope one day my brothers can find the light. Nothing better than seeing them succeed and living a better life. So they better believe I'ma be standing by their side, I'ma be their God that they never had, that they never had.
We see coming at ya, looking at for my brothers. Respect for each other, respecting your mothers. We do the right thing, representing the youth. It ain't about lying, it's all about truth. Look after your mom, be an inspiration. Keep the torch burning for the first people of nation. Look up to your elders, listen to their lessons. Hear us when we tell ya, we ain't even messing.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
my brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother.
Try and stay positive, that's all I ever hear. I'm real sick and tired, being stuck in first gear, never knowing what tomorrow might bring. Thank God for my brothers, what a song to sing. It's a song of hope, the future might hold a brighter day for us, the young and the old, looking up to the sky, the sun and the moon. I feel it in my bones, a change is coming soon.
Never easy leaving family all the way from home. Thankful for my brothers never leaving me alone. I'm from BLA, so far away. I got my boys, got my brothers, I'm here to stay. Representing BLA, all I got to say. So I pray to God it's gonna be a better day. God's gift to me is being who I want to be. To my family at Bush, let's keep the peace.
Jay Hogan is back again to tell my brothers out there to stand up. Don't be silent, to keep it life. I know it's hard to keep clean, but that ain't an excuse to do the stupid things you do to relax your mind. But then do the time, I'm just saying, forget that, keep your head up, shoot for the moon, aim for the stars. Don't be scared, cause I'm here, my brother, to stand next to you and the rest of the crew to stop the struggling, stop the struggling.
Coming all the way from YC with the gang. Me and all my brothers feel so much pain. See my people fighting, oh there must be a change. Protect their own, or we'll never be the same.
Listen up what we say, we all stick together. Through thick and thin we stick, we never say never.
If you're feeling down, you know where to go. You go to the place where people call you bro. Riding at the store when the time is tough. My brothers make it better when enough.
You know who you can trust, it's clear to see. We've got each other's backs, my brothers and me.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
My brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
I woke up one day and I'm feeling truly blessed. With this life I got to live, but my hand on my chest, praying for the best, living in the moment, that's the truth. While I'm telling you, get it too, you know, that's how we do it. To my brothers and my cousins on the struggle, listen, prove the way for the future and the body distance. Keep the faith, make a change, reach for the star, putting it up, holding it down while I spit this boss.
In this time or another, when we need each other, I look around, all I see is a brother from another mother. So don't stress, put me to the test. I'm SD, RTL, best of the best. This is to my day one, brother Jake, hey, you were with me from the start, showing me the way, forever grateful for your love and care in my life. Time for me to keep going, let's feel the hype.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
my brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother,
that's my brother.
I hope this message healed the damage that was inflicted on you. So I'm taking it from you, cause I'd rather see my brothers loving and loving instead of suffering and struggling. Just hope one day my brothers can find a light. Nothing better than seeing them succeed and living a better life. So they better believe I'ma be standing by their side. I'ma be their God that they never had, that they never had.
We see coming at ya, looking at for my brothers. Respect for each other, respecting your mothers. We do the right thing, representing the youth. It ain't about lying, it's all about truth. Look after your mom, be an inspiration. Keep the torch burning for the first people of nation. Look up to your elders, listen to their lessons. Hear us when we tell ya, we ain't even messing.
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up.
My brother,
To my brothers out there that's struggling, hustling, keep your head up, cause we do care. I know you're fed up, just keep your head up, just keep your head up. That's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother, that's my cousin, that's my brother. That's my brother, that's my brother, that's my brother.
Try and stay positive, that's all I ever hear. I'm real sick and tired, being stuck in first gear, never knowing what tomorrow might bring. Thank God for my brothers, for the song of this.
Good morning!
Welcome back to Yirara.
Hello everyone, how are you? Miss Andrea here for Year 10 Maths, and today we're comparing numbers using place values. So comparing means looking at them to see the differences or the similarities, but in particular today we're looking at these signs. You'd remember these from primary school. So this one, because it's got a big space, means larger than. So if I had 10 on this side, I'm saying with this sign, 10 is larger than 6. Now this sign's going the other way. So this means when it's pointing the smaller numbers here. So if I put here 4, 4 is smaller than 6. And this one we know all the time, 10 equals 10. Okay, have you got that? So let's have a look at the first slide there, please. So we've done that on the board. So we're looking at the symbols greater than, which is larger than, smaller than, and equals to compare numbers. So in the down camera, we're going to have a look at place value, which we've talked about a lot. So if I set a number 1,264, the 1 has to go here, and you always put a comma after your 1,264. So that's 1,260, 6 tens and 4 ones. Now what about if we said 15,000? Well, 15,000 is made up of 1 10,000, 5, and then your comma. So we've got 15,000s, 346. So we've got 300s, 4 10s, which represents 40, and 6 ones. Let's go up to a really big number. What about 1,040,000 521. Now here's as I always tell you, maths tries to trick you because I've said 1,040,000. So you see, I have no 100,000s. So you have to make sure you say your numbers. And because I didn't say 1,200,000, I've got none. I had to put a 0 in there. And the 4 is 4 multiple of 10,000 for 40,000, and no thousands. So be very careful when you don't have certain numbers in every place value. Okay? So this 40,000 looks like this. 40 with a comma and 3 zeros to represent your thousands. Okay, let's have a look at the next piece of paper. So on your worksheet, you're comparing these amounts, and you have to, I think, say the numbers, and also, like I've said before, worksheets aren't perfect and they haven't put in the commas for the thousands. So the way you do that is you count back 3, 1, 2, 3, and put your comma in. So now we know how to say it because we know that this is 32,865. Now, is it bigger? Let's put our commas in here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this value is 20,000, 9,000. So that whole value is 29,000. So using place value, is 32 bigger than 29? Say it in your mind and you know that it's bigger. So you use this sign with the bigger number on the left-hand side. Once again, back 3, 1, 2, 3, put your comma in. 1, 2, 3, put your comma in. 1, 2, 3. So this number says 15,027. This number is 10,000 plus 6,000 plus 45. Trying to trick you again because there's no hundreds there. So that is 16,000, no hundreds, and 45. Now we look at the first numbers here. Place values in thousands. 15,000 is smaller than 16,000. So the bigger number is contained within this bigger space. Okay, commas in. 63,527. 60,000 plus 3,000 plus 600. So we've got no tens and no ones, so we will write this as 63,600, no tens, no ones. Now we look at these numbers again to compare them. The first two are the same, so we have to go to the place value on the next one. And 6 is larger than 5. So we're working on place value. You can do it on individual numbers. So this number is bigger. What sign do we use? We put the biggest number inside this. So this number is smaller than that number. I hope you've got it. Let's look at our next worksheet. So this is a bit small, but it's the same worksheet in your book, so I'll just talk you through it. So these two numbers are the same, 27,000, 27,000, so we have to look at the next digit. And this one is a 9 and this one is a 1. So 9 is larger than 1. It goes like this. This number is smaller than this number. What about these numbers? They're exactly the same. So equals. Oh, this is easy. Now you know that this is the biggest number because it's got more digits than this number. So the value has got to be bigger. So this number is larger than this number. Same thing, you're using this sign for the bigger number inside the bigger space. Looking at our first digits, putting our 1,000 mark in, 69,182, 12,734. This one is clear to see it's bigger. Okay, let's have a quick go on this side. Easy to go here, 7,000, 9,000, this number's bigger. You can tell just by the first digits. These numbers, 66, 59, bigger. These numbers, 81, larger than 80, larger. You don't have to check these final numbers when it's very clear from the beginning of the number that the value's bigger. Always say your numbers too if you can. 27,365, 25,581. So you've said those two numbers, 27, 25. You know 27 is larger than 25. And the last one we can tell just from the beginning digits, 8 and 9. So which way do I put my sign? This way, containing the bigger number. Okay, I think we've done that well, and I hope you've understood and can get through with your worksheets. Okay, thanks, Year 10, bye. Hello everyone, Miss Andrea here, I'm right back at you. So now today in our lesson we're doing acronyms. And most of our words are built from other words. This word comes from the word "borders." So you can guess that abbreviations or replacements for other things. Now,
hold on, Miss Andrew. We're just going to swap microphones because that one seems to be playing up. If I can just swap microphone for you. Would you like to switch over to the mic number 1, please? Sorry.
Now, an abbreviation is a noun and it's for a shortened form of a word or phrase. Abbreviations may be used to save space and time in your writing and to avoid repetition of long words and phrases, or simply to write it the way everyone is used to it. So, for example, we don't always write Northern Territory because it's much easier to use this N for northern, T for territory, both capital letters. Everybody recognises it, and that's what we do. So, let's have a look with the down camera. Now, shortening is an abbreviation where the end of the word has been cut off. For example, app. We all know what that means, but it is a shortened form of the word application. So you see, people have just cut this off. This is where the end of the word has been cut off. Now, on TV, you say, I saw an ad for KFC, an ad. They've cut the whole end of that word off. The original word was advertisement. Now, approximately, or approx, is a shortened word from the word approximately. So you might say, I will be there at approximately 8 a.m. So approximately means about, but you could write it like this if you were writing an email. Saves you time, saves you letters, and we all understand it. Now, another form of abbreviation is a contraction. A contraction is an abbreviation where the middle of the word or words has been cut out. So instead of taking the end of the word off, they've cut letters out. So if you've seen this before, DR, doctor, they've cut out all of these middle letters. Look at that, all of them, and just left the D and the R. Now, what about this one? Don't take your hat off yet. Don't. We know what that means, but it is a contraction of these words, do not. So they've taken out this and just put all of these letters together, D-O-N-T. And for this one, as I said, they took out all of these middle letters. Now, initialism. Now, initials are the capital first letters. So my name's Andrea Hardy, but instead of writing that, I can just write my initials as AH. So that's A from the first name and H from the second name. So initialism is an abbreviation made from the first letters of a group of words. We say the initialism as separate letters, for example, NT, as I did before. And what about this one? RSPCA. So they're the first letters of a group of words, a group of words. So if you wrote all of these words out, it would take up a lot of space, but everybody knows what this means, and I will tell you in a minute what that means. Now, acronyms. They're an abbreviation made from the initial first letters of a group of words, like the RSPCA, but we say the acronym as a word, not as separate letters. So the RSPCA, we said the letters separately, but this one, we say it as a word. So radar, which you all may have heard of out on boats or out on country or rangers working, is radio detection and ranging. So they've just used the letters here. I don't know why there's not an A there, to make the word radar. Now, what about scuba? People go scuba diving. You've seen them with wetsuits on and tanks. And that is an acronym from this, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. Isn't that big? So instead of saying all of these words, we can just write scuba, scuba gear. So that's when you have your tanks and the oxygen coming into your mouth and you can swim underwater with your breathing apparatus. Now, here's your worksheet. And as you can see, I've still got my sore finger there. It's starting to heal, but not really quickly enough. So, here we have our shortened versions, and we're going to link them to the full versions that I have here. So let's start, because I'm a cook, with TBSP, which is short for tablespoon. And you'll see that in your recipes. You'll also see it marked on the spoon in your kitchen drawer that will have these letters on it and not the full words. Now, what about tech? So look around, I've got some choices here. So it's going to start with these letters, TEC, and it will be this word, technology. Now, I think you might know what sci-fi is. So they've cut the ends off both of those words. So you might see a movie, a sci-fi movie, and that's short for science fiction. Now, fiction means it's not true, but science, maybe because they've got spaceships and chemicals and inventions, I don't know. Let's have a look at this one. Now, I don't know why I haven't put that word in there, but it's a really long one. So RSPCA is Royal Society for the Protection of Cruelty to Animals. So there we go, RSPCA. Much quicker than writing it all down like that. UN is United Nations. We'll go there, we've done that one. And SBS is a special broadcasting service, and that's on your TV. You will be able to tune in to SBS. Okay. Last one, we did NT before, now we've got WA, do you know where that is? That's the capital letters for Western Australia. There we go. What about this one? TBC, short for to be confirmed. We've only used the first letters, and everybody knows what it means. TBA is similar to this, but it is to be announced, just the letters. Now, last one. Have you heard this song? YMCA. That stands for Young Men's Christian Association. And we have them everywhere in Australia, in America, and I'm hoping that you're starting to understand abbreviations and acronyms. You'll be seeing them all your life. Okay, thanks for listening, everybody, and I will see you again tomorrow. Bye now.
You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for change. Only you can make the changes. Coming home in the paddy wagon, probably cause of the window you were smashing. Then with your friends the next day at school bragging, and maybe wagging with your pants swagging, talking about this and that, looking at your friends, you wanna copy that. Don't be a copycat, cause you will fall and stumble. Can't trust anybody these days, and the family get you in trouble. Drinking grog, smoking drug, puffing and sniffing on the spray, damaging your lungs, letting in the chemical gas. You ain't no gangster with your red and blue rags. It's Australia, represent the flag. In the darkness, trying to find my way, yeah, keep my motion flowing, going to shout it out. Got a lot going on, my thoughts in my mind making me blind. It's okay, let me freestyle and spit my rhyme. I hate it when the kids getting caught up paving their life for crime. Looking at you think it's a movie. I know, goofy, I'm my dark side, trying to find the light. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Kids, parents going to prison. Parents, kids don't listen. Late at night they're missing. Walking around town all night. Think you're cool, but you're a fool. You know that ain't right. Listen to this song, cause we made this. Underage kids getting locked up, we need to change this. Your favorite rapper Tupac said we need some changes. Here's the message, so take it. And I hope one day you can make it too. So that's the truth from me to you. I hope you can get it through to your friends and family. If you're with me, then stand with me. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes.
I wanna walk around town with anybody on me, but now I gotta run when they coming for me. I'm just trying to chill in harmony, cause everybody be telling me breaking here, breaking there. When you get locked up, your friends won't care. Now you got your moms on the knees and praise. Let her night before she goes to sleep, cause she loves and miss you heap. Hoping nothing will ever happen to you while you're doing time, but the crew made you do the crime. Saying this from behind, made you full of regret. Wishing you could rewind so you could reject all the bad things you did as a kid. Made you live, but just doing what you did. Following your footsteps when you smack the note. What's coming up next when you're skipping the friends? But that's all in the past now. After time will pass now. Negativity all around in this town. Gotta be a role model before the grab now. Got my boom ring happening, my clapstick clapping, my feet on my ground. Gotta turn my life around.
Hey! Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Hey! Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Hey!
Break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down, break it down.
Only you can make it changes. Only you can make it changes.
Hey!
You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for change.
Only you can make the changes. Coming home in the paddy wagon, probably cause of the window you were smashing. Then with your friends the next day at school bragging, and maybe wagging with your pants swaggy, talking about this and that. Looking at your friends, you wanna copy that. Don't be a copycat, cause you will fall and stumble. Can't trust anybody these days, if your family get you in trouble. Drinking grog, smoking drug, puffing and sniffing on the spray. Damaging your lungs, letting in the chemical gas. You ain't no gangster with your red and blue brags. It's Australia, represent the flag. In the darkness, trying to find my way out. Keep my motion flowing, going to shout it out. Got a lot going on, my thoughts in my mind making me blind. It's okay, let me freestyle and spit my rhyme. I hate it when the kids getting caught up paving their life for crime. Looking at you think it's a movie. I know, goofy, I'm my dark side, trying to find the light. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting cop chase, better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Kids, parents going to prison. Parents, kids don't listen. Late at night they're missing. Walking around town all night. Think you're cool, but you're a fool. You know that ain't right. Listen to this song, cause we made this. Underage kids getting locked up, we need to change this. Your favorite rapper Tupac said we need some changes. Here's the message, so take it. And I hope one day you can make it too. So that's the truth from me to you. I hope you can get it through to your friends and family. If you're with me, then stand with me. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting caught chase. Better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting caught chase. Better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes.
I wanna walk around town with anybody harming me, but now I gotta run when they coming for me. I'm just trying to chill in harmony, cause everybody be telling me breaking here, breaking there. When you get locked up, your friends won't care. Now you got your moms on the knees and praise. Let her night before she goes to sleep, cause she loves and miss you heap. Hoping nothing will ever happen to you while you're doing time, cause the crew made you do the crime. Saying this from behind, made you full of regret. Wishing you could rewind so you could reject all the bad things you did as a kid. Made you live, but it's doing what you did. Following your footsteps when you smack the note. What's coming up next when you're skipping the friends? But that's all in the past now. After time will pass now. Negativity all around in this town. Gotta be a role model before the grab now. Got my boom ring happening, my clapstick clapping, my feet on my ground. Gotta turn my life around.
Hey! Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting caught chase. Better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Hey! Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting caught chase. Better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Hey!
Break it down, break it down, break it down. Only you can make the changes. Only you can make the changes.
Hey!
You ain't ready. You ain't ready. You ain't ready for change.
Only you can make the changes. Coming home in the paddy wagon, probably cause of the window you were smashing. Then with your friends the next day at school bragging, and maybe wagging with your pants swagging, talking about this and that. Looking at your friends, you wanna copy that. Don't be a copycat, cause you will fall and stumble. Can't trust anybody these days, if family get you in trouble. Drinking grog, smoking drug, puffing and sniffing on the spray, damaging your lungs, letting in the chemical gas. You ain't no gangster with your red and blue brags. It's Australia, represent the flag. In the darkness, trying to find my way, yeah. Keep my motion flowing, going to shout it out. Got a lot going on, my thoughts in my mind making me blind. It's okay, let me freestyle and spit my rhyme. I hate it when the kids getting caught up paving their life for crime. Looking at you, you think it's a movie. I know goofy, I'm my dark side, trying to find the light. Go home now and hurry. Stop making your mom and dad worry. Getting caught chase. Better tighten up your shoelace. Get ready to own up to your mistakes. Kids, parents going to prison. Parents, kids don't listen. Late at night they're missing. Walking around town all night. Think you're cool, but you're a fool. You know that ain't right. Listen to this song, cause we made this. Underage kids getting locked up. We need to change this. Your favorite rapper Tupac said we need some changes. Here's the message, so take it. And I hope one day you can make it too. So that's the truth from
Good morning.
Welcome back to Yirara.
Good afternoon, senior students at Yirara. We're into week 9. This is Monday, and I hope you all had a great weekend. We're going to be looking a little bit more at alcohol today. This is the last week of looking at this, and hopefully through all this you're going to make some good decisions about your future and everything as well. So, but maybe I hope that you all tuned in yesterday Sunday afternoon, and watched Richmond have a great win after us being the joke of last week. Richmond made a big comeback, and we've now won 1, lost 1. So, and even that being done without Dusty Martin as well. So that's all good news. It's looking hopeful for Richmond for the year now. Let's hope that was just a little aberration, like a little mark that was just unfortunate against Carlton, but here we go. Okay, let's get on with this. When do cannibals leave the table?
I don't know. When do cannibals leave the table?
Cannibals leave the table after everyone's eaten.
Oh.
And a little bit of the background to that is that growing up, you couldn't walk away until everyone's finished, and I don't know if you do that, but that's a bit of an old way of doing things. Anyway, okay. Oh look, yeah, but I need people to understand things. Anyway, one night, Jimmy was watching his mother put face cream on, and he said to her, "What's that for?" And she replied to him, "It's to make me look beautiful." And so she let it sort of sit there for a couple of minutes, and then she started to wipe it off. And Jimmy goes, "What, giving up already?" Okay.
Oh dear.
I'm asking you, Flo, do you know what the stupidest animal in the jungle is?
No, please tell me.
It'd be a penguin.
Because they're not meant to be in the jungle.
That's right, they're not meant to be in the jungle.
Well done, Ken, well
Thanks
done.
for saving me.
Okay. I was in McDonald's last night and a strange woman rolled her eyes at me. So I picked them up and rolled them back.
These are really dad jokes.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Yeah, look, these are, Paul made the comment, these are dad jokes, and these are from Embarrassing Book of Dad Jokes #2, the very worst of.
How did I know?
Okay, but Paul, actually today I was thinking about, behind the scenes is Paul Imms, for those of you that know him. So, meet Paul, Imms Paul.
Do you know my eyeballs hurt some days?
Okay, what can a whole onion do that a half an onion can't?
I don't know. What can a half and whole onion do differently?
Look round.
Oh, look round. Very clever. You're right, Flo.
A footballer asked the ref why he was given a penalty, and the referee said, "You just hiccuped in my face." "Well, that shouldn't be a penalty," the guy replied. "It should just be a freak hick."
Oh no. How many more?
Okay, well, we got one more.
Yeah, one more, okay.
Why did the world's first dating agency for chickens go broke?
I don't know. Why did the first dating agency for chickens go broke?
Because they couldn't make ends meet. Okay.
I've got a headache.
So hopefully after that we can do some work. I'll tell you what, I'll stop the jokes if you'll keep working, okay? So here we go. And so we're looking at the next page in our book as it's close to the final week of looking at alcohol. And the title is Week 9, The Cost of Alcohol. And I'm just going to sit down here and do some reading for a minute. So, it says, our elders are wise. They see things in the Western culture and decide not to have that in their community. This is often hard as television and radio bring the outside world into our homes, and they bring both the good and the bad. Elders must have seen the damage that alcohol does to people and families and decided that dry communities are the answer. They've worked well for over 30 years. But people will always try to sneak grog in and sell it at a high price because people want to make money and don't care about the damage or consequences. Now, I've written this, and the thing is, I've been on planes into Arnhem Land, and my bags have been checked to see if I had alcohol. And that was a good thing to do, because they don't want it out there, but people try and hide it in their bags to get away with it, or to take it out there and sell it. I've seen piles of cans about 2 kilometres outside some other communities, as the cans can't come in. So people sit outside the fence and drink, throw the cans there and finish up with a pile of cans. I've heard of people smuggling alcohol into communities, or some people making their own alcohol, that is. I've heard the arguments that some people believe they have a right to be able to drink, but a family and a community also have a right to feel safe and free from alcohol. So, there's some things there to think about as far as the whole background goes, because, I've really respected a lot of communities that for many years have been dry and have maintained that. But I guess in doing that, as we'll read in a minute, some people in coming into Darwin or Catherine or Tennant Creek or Alice Springs, where there are pubs and clubs, there they start drinking, get hooked on the whole drinking cycle and get trapped in town because they're wanting to drink, but they're also, and while they're wanting to drink, they also don't want to go, they also want to go home to their community, but they can't go home because if they go home, they can't drink. And there's a whole cycle that's going on here that's finding people trapped in the city and their life is being wasted away through the use of alcohol. So really, the next paragraph says alcohol use can be like drinking our money. The old joke used to be that even with cigarettes that we looked at in the first 5 weeks, that was like burning your money, because really the cost of a packet of cigarettes at $50 now would be like rolling up a $50 note and lighting it, and because it's just going up in flames. But now, as we look at alcohol, it's like drinking our money, but it also costs, because it costs money to buy. We drink it, and there's nothing left. Many people will choose to buy a drink rather than to buy food for themselves or their family. How do you feel about that? Sometimes with the paycheck comes in, or the government benefits come in, and sometimes the first thing that people do is buy their alcohol, and that's a part of the reason, I guess, why they've even moved to basic cards, which isn't the best way to do it, but they're trying to stop that, so the families are still being fed, and that's seen as a priority, is to keep that money through between pay times. It can harm me as an individual and can hurt my family too. Alcohol can. It can endanger me if I decide to walk or drive home, or I go home and I'm violent to my family as I've lost control due to the beer or the spirits. It can be hard to stop drinking. It can be very hard to stop drinking. And it can cut me off from my family and culture. I've met many people who live in the long grass in Darwin because they came to town, started drinking, can't stop drinking now, can't go home as they want alcohol, and are living rough because they are a danger in town as well. So we've got a cycle here that's going on. What do you think might go on some of those steps? And we've got 5 of them. And really this is just you thinking, well, what is this cycle that's going on? There's, one of the lines we've got to put that people start drinking. Then once they start drinking, what happens next? What do you think might happen next? And really it's going to go around to keeping on drinking. So we've got a range of things that we've mentioned there in the writing. We've got things like where they start drinking, they spend their money on alcohol. We've then got that they drink more. They find it hard to. I guess they sleep rough, and they live in the long grass or somewhere because they can't go home. It starts controlling people's lives, and they continue drinking, and the cycle goes on, right? That it becomes hard to break out of that in order to get home to community, knowing that once you're home, you don't have the access to the alcohol, and hopefully that can be a place of being dry and sober and making some good choices there. So there is some big consequences of things, and even this last night, talking to some people I know that were headed off to court because someone after drinking gets a bit aggressive and things. There's some domestic violence that happens, and then court and police and court get involved, and another cycle starts. And yet that person isn't on their own without the alcohol, isn't violent, isn't aggressive, isn't loud and vocal about things and causing trouble, but the alcohol, once it gets mixed into things, creates other problems. So we need to be thinking about, if that cycle doesn't start, if I don't start drinking, or if I can control my drinking, where it might only be one glass, and then being able to stop at that. That, because even then we won't go into this other trouble of violence, of alcoholism, of finding somewhere, of having enough food to eat, somewhere to sleep. All those things can still come into place because we haven't gone down the wrong path of drinking excessively. Okay, the second thing is a piece of art. Now, this is done by Mari Ryder, an Aranda lady here in Alice Springs, and I wonder, in looking at this in your books or here on the screen, whether you're able to tell me what the story is behind this piece of art. Now, what you'll see is four fellas up the top here on the left-hand side. And then in following the path down, that 4 becomes 3, becomes 2, and becomes 1. But where were they headed? What's happened along the way that the numbers have dropped off? And if you can write on the bottom of that what that story is telling me, that'll be, that's the first bit of work that you've got to do today. But hopefully you'll see, and I don't want to talk too much about this because I don't want to give it away. I'd like you to look at this and say, what's the artist trying to say? What's the story that she's painted here that's important? And this is a part of the Delgado Institute's. They've got a page on their website about for First Nations people, and this is a piece of art that they had commissioned by Mari Ryder to paint and to tell this particular story. So what is she saying here? Okay. And lastly, for today, it's just to get reflecting. There's been a whole lot of work, we've learned a whole lot of things, we've looked at a lot of stuff, and I want you to reflect and to give your thinking on alcohol so far. What have you learnt? Has there been any new things that you've learnt? Has there been things that you've heard before and it's been a reminder of that? Along the way, have you made some decisions about in the future how you will use alcohol, or if you will use alcohol? I hope that, and don't just put good or bad, don't just put yes or no, but explain why you're making that choice. What has been significant for you to decide one way or the other, or to decide whatever it is that you've made a choice about your future. Yeah, look, I think that's what I'd like you to do today, is to write 3 or 4 or 5 lines there about what your thinking is about alcohol at the moment. And we've still got a few days to go this week, and that'll be there's some more interesting stuff to reflect on. So thanks very much. Fill that out. Write about that piece of art that Murray did, what the story is, and also fill out the cycle there that some people get trapped on in the cities in the Northern Territory. So take care. See you tomorrow.
Hello seniors, year 11 and 12s. We're back for some maths. We're going to keep it quite short today because Mr. Paul had lots to say in his, so I'm going to try and keep it nice and short and sharp. We'll see how we go with that. Now, for maths today, we're going to look at converting, and we're looking at converting kilometres and metres. So we're going to do it both ways. We're going to go kilometres to metres and metres to kilometres. This is what our worksheet looks like here, but before we have a look at our problems here, I'm going to show you a little visual. Now, this is what I've been showing in class to the students here. And I find it helps to have a bit of a visual so you remember what you have to do. So this is what we have up in the classroom for kilometres to metres. So if you're going kilometres to metres, you move the decimal point this way. All right, so if you've got a number, you move it this way and you move it 3 places. You're timesing it by 1,000, so 3 zeros, 3 places. When you're going metres to kilometres, you go back the other way. So sometimes we've used words like you go forwards with the decimal place or backwards with the decimal place. All right, and this is the same, but you're moving it 3 places backwards. So you're dividing by 1,000, 3 zeros, 3 decimal places. Okay, I'm going to give a little example, and then Keegan insisted that he came and helped me with some maths today, so he's going to come up and do some problem solving too. He said he's very, very good at converting kilometres to metres, so we'll just see. But before we do, I'm going to give a little demo, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'll do the one here. So the first one we have here is, we've got an example, walk to school 1 kilometre, 1 times 1,000, 1,000 metres. I'm going to do this one here. So they're saying if you're walking to the river, it's 2 kilometres, but they want you to convert it into metres. So we're going to go like this, 2 times 1,000, all right? And I know that if I'm going kilometres to metres, I have a look at my little cheat sheet here, kilometres to metre, I have to move my decimal point 3 times, all right? So if I've got 2 decimal 0, I've got to go 1, 2, 3. And you put your zeros in, and it's 2,000 metres. All right? I'll do one more for you, and then Keegan's going to come and have a little look. Okay, so this one it's saying drive to the next town. They're saying it's 12 kilometres and they want it converted to metres. So again, we know that we're moving the decimal point this way. So I usually write in my, this is the same as this. You move it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, add your zeros, and it's 12,000 metres. All right? Do we think you can have a go at this, Keegan? But you've got separate problems. Come on down and I will talk you through it. Here we go. So I've chosen different amounts to what you have in your workbook so we're not giving away the answers.
Nice.
Okay. Are you nervous or are you feeling good?
Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Yeah, same. Okay, here are yours. So you're going to do 4 kilometres and you have to convert it into metres. So,
are you going to help me, Miss Flo?
I can help you. Now, there's 2 ways. Some people find it, if you're converting it to metres, you can times it by 1,000, so you can add some zeros, or you can do your decimals like I did here.
Should we do both and make sure that we got it right?
Okay, let's do that.
So we could do 4 times 1,000.
Yep.
So it's just 4, and then we add 3 zeros, don't we?
Yep. Perfect.
Which is 4,000 metres, or we'll do it the other way, and we have a 4 and our decimal here. And how many spaces do we move it back?
We've got to do 3 because we've got 3 zeros.
So 1, 2, 3, and we add 3 zeros. Ah,
that's perfect.
Both 4,000, that's great.
That's always handy when they add up. So 4 kilometres is the same as 4,000 metres. All right, can we try 15 kilometres into metres?
We'll do it in the 1,000 and we'll do this one with decimal.
Okay, cool.
So
Good idea.
15 times 1,000 equals 15, and we just put in the zeros down here.
I love it. Perfect. So 15 kilometres is the same as 15,000 metres.
Yeah.
I nearly got that wrong. All right, let's try this one.
So we have 7.82 kilometres, and we're moving the decimal place 3 times.
3
so
times.
1, 2, 3. So we're going to have to add another 0, and it's 7,820.
You are fantastic, Keegan. You are right. You were so good.
Oh.
All right. So now you've done kilometres to metres.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you have to do here on this worksheet. But on the next page, just check that I've got it, we're going to go the other way. So it's going to go metres to kilometres. Okay, I'll do 1 to show you, and then you're going to do these 3, all right?
Oh.
Well, I knew you'd be worried. Can we still see the sheets here? Is that all right? Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to have a look. A drive to the river, they reckon it's 3,000 metres. Now, this is the process that we do. We're doing 3,000 divided by 1,000. And if I look at my cheat sheet, I'm going metres to kilometres, I'm going that way. Divided, and I'm moving the decimal place 3 places. So if I do this, I'll do it in a couple of steps. If I move the decimal place 3 times, at the moment it's there. If I move it back, 1, 2, 3, it becomes 3.000, but I'm not going to write them in because it's nothing. So it's 3 kilometres.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
So we go, oh, yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go?
I'd love to.
All right, go for it.
I have my own way to do this one. Ready?
Oh, do you? Okay,
Yeah,
ready.
So we have 2,000 metres divided by 1,000 because we want to get to kilometres.
Yep.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 0 out of each number.
Oh, yes.
So we take away 1 0.
Yep.
There's 1. So it's 200 divided by 100 now. And again. And 1 more. And we can't do that. So it's just 2.
2. I love what you did there. We actually, someone else in class knew that the other day, and I had forgotten that we could do it that way.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So 2,000 metres is the same as 2 kilometres. We're converting from metres to kilometres. All right, let's see. You got 2 more.
So we got 5,280.
Yes.
And we're going to move our decimal point for this one.
Yep.
So we go 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point comes in there now.
Love it.
So we have 5 kilometres and 280 metres.
I love it.
Don't forget your decimal.
Don't forget your decimal. This is perfect. So when you're moving it, 5,280 metres is the same as 5.28 kilometres. All right, beautiful. Let's do this last one.
So we have 36,298.
Mm-hmm.
And we're moving our decimal point from here 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. So it goes in there.
Beautiful.
And that's 36 kilometres and 298 metres, or 36.298 kilometres.
Beautiful. You were fantastic at that. And I like that it's good doing it with other people because then you get different ways that you can do it. You're still getting the same answer, but different processes. So you can cross off zeros, you can do division, you could do it a division sum on your phone, you can move the decimal, whichever way you need to go. There's lots of ways to get the same answer. All right, so thank you for your help, Keegan.
All good.
I'm going to leave these with you. You've got a couple of problems here where you're converting, hang on, I'm going to move this so it's not such a mess, where you're converting kilometres to metres. Have a go at these yourself. And then you've got to swap your head around and think, okay, now I'm going to divide, and you're going to go metres to kilometres. And that is actually all we're doing with conversions. Tomorrow we're probably going to look at throwing it all together and recapping what we've learned. Okay, so going over our new information. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Bye.
Welcome back to Yirara.